Around the world, people from every country on December 25th celebrate Christmas, one of the most popular holidays in the world, and a day many await all year long. On the eve of Christmas, millions of kids await the arrival of Santa Claus, a jolly old man that lives on the North Pole, who brings gifts to the nice children of Earth by coming down their chimney and leaving gifts underneath of a Christmas tree. Christmas itself is the day the world prepares to celebrate the birth of Christ, the Messiah of the Christian religion who gave his life to wipe the sins of humanity. However, Jesus and Santa have become interconnected in the celebration of Christmas. Christmas Day is filled with lore and celebration. On this day, it's common for people to decorate their homes, get Christmas trees, get together and exchange gifts, and share meals with friends and family. As a religious holiday, many people often go to church. Even the word Christmas itself actually comes from the combination of Christ and Mass, meaning our large gathering for Christ. Even though this is the case, many secular individuals celebrate Christmas as well, with many non-Christians taking part in the holiday, as the holiday has also become a symbol of human generosity and a time of cheer and merriment to spend with the family and loved ones. Around the world, over 2 billion people celebrate Christmas, with 9 out of every 10 Americans celebrating Christmas. Ho ho ho! The invention of Christmas started with the Roman Church around 350 AD, with Pope Julius I declaring the birthday of Jesus to be December 25th. Before this time, Easter was the only Christian holiday. Theologians theorized that if Jesus was a historical character, that he would have actually probably have been born during springtime. Many theorized that the date was selected by the church to correspond with pagan festivals that occurred in Rome, many of which revolved around the winter solstice, or to celebrate abundance. One such holiday that was celebrated in Rome, that Christmas adopted many of its traditions from, was Saturnalia, a holiday in honor of Saturn, the god of agriculture. While originally, the festival only lasted a day, it eventually lasted a whole week, beginning with the sacrifice of a young pig at the Temple of Saturn. Preluding this event would be gladiator fights that would be held for 10 days in December. It is believed that at one time, humans were the main sacrifice for the beginning of this holiday. During this week, many social norms were abandoned and reversed as schools and businesses closed and the rich had to serve the poor. Christmas absorbed many traditions from Saturnalia, including giving gifts, singing, lighting candles, feasting, hanging of Christmas wreaths, and many others. The date of December 25th also corresponds exactly with the date celebrated as the birthday of a deity known as Mithra, a figure similar to Jesus himself who had been worshipped for over 1,000 years prior and was worshipped thousands of years after in secret. Santa didn't make his way onto the Christmas scene until the late 18th century, but has shaped Christmas since his inception. Santa Claus's origins are derived from a real monk known as Saint Nicholas, who is believed to be born around 280 AD in Patara, near Myra in modern-day Turkey. While much of his life is shrouded in legend, it is said that he gave away all of his inherited wealth and traveled the countryside, helping the poor and sick, eventually becoming known as the protector of children and sailors. His feast day is celebrated on the anniversary of his death, December 6th. This was traditionally considered a lucky day to make large purchases or to get married. By the Renaissance, St. Nicholas was the most popular saint in Europe. The invention of the modern-day Santa Claus with the big white beard and red jumpsuit didn't even begin to take form until he hit New York in 1822. It wasn't until then that the first instance of a modern-day Santa Claus began. It all started with a poem by Clement Clarke Moore, titled An Account of a Visit from St. Nicholas, but is more popularly known as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. This poem established Santa as a jolly elf who rode a sleigh led by 8 reindeer to deliver presents to deserving children. But it wasn't until 1881 when political cartoonist Thomas Nast drew the first modern Santa, adding a North Pole, elves, and his wife, Mrs. Claus. Prior to the advent of Santa Claus, there are many areas of the United States where Christmas was not celebrated for a few centuries because partying and merrymaking were seen as unchristian. However, over the years, Christmas became more of a family holiday and was declared a federal holiday in the United States in 1870. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays!